Hi everybody, welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 11. We're going to start by moving in duple meter. And like we've been doing the last couple of units, I'd like for you to sing the duple meter song. Bum, 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 sing please. And chant macro beats on do. Do, do, do. Micro beats. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. Echo me, please. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Do, day, 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 do, day. Do today, do today, do today, do. I'm going to, continue moving. And I'd like for you to name the function of the patterns. Do, day, do, here we go. Do today, do today, do today, do. Division. Ba, 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 ba. Rest. Do ta ta do day, do ta ta do. Division elongation. Ba, 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 ba. Rest. I'm going to sing London Bridge. Ba, 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 ba. Go ahead and listen to this song. While you're listening, wave your hands up and down and then fall to the ground at the end. And when we're done, I'd like for you to sing the syllable of the starting tone of the song. I'm going to sing a song called Ciao. Can you walk very heavily, like you're carrying a huge sack of groceries on your back? I think it's going to take 2 hands, or maybe a really big laundry bag. Here we go. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum. Ba, 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 bum, bum. Go ahead and join me in singing Yankee Doodle. Bum, 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 bum. Can you please? All right, are you ready for this? Can you pretend that you are a teeny tiny person, you're riding on a horse, and you're playing a flute? This is the most creative movement we have to this date yet done. So you're a tiny person, you're riding on a horse, and you're playing a flute. Here we go. Go ahead and sing this with me. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What's the meter of this song? Duple meter. This is in duple meter. We're going to go ahead and do some rhythm patterns in duple meter, and I've got a handy dandy paper to help me with some patterns. What we're doing today is what we just did a little bit at the beginning. We're going to name the function, the meter and the function of each of these rhythm patterns. And you'll notice we have a couple of functions that we're paying special attention to today. All right, go ahead and move with me in duple meter. What I'll do is I'll give you time to audiate the pattern. You don't have to chant it back. And then I will say with you what the function was. If you don't know, just listen. You can come back and try to identify them at a later time. Do, day, do, here we go. Do, day, do. Rest. Do, day, do, day. Tie. Do, data, day, do. Rest. Do, day, do, do. Tie. Do, today, do, data, today, do. Tie. Day, do. Rest. Do, to, data, do, day. Rest. Do, day, do, day. Tie. So notice that we were dealing with rest patterns and tie patterns. Rest patterns have those silences in the patterns that are called rests. Tie patterns are elongating something past our macro beat. So we're going from one macro beat over into another macro beat. So ties. Sometimes you could say rest, say tie, or elongation. So in some cases, those are really doing the same things. So we're starting to see some overlap between some of these patterns. All right, go ahead and, yes, we're not doing the song to sing in this unit. We'll do that in part B. So we're coming to the keyboard. Sorry, Missy. I have a furry friend who has her nose in the way here. All right, so we're looking at keyboard skills. There are lots of keyboard skills in this unit and not a lot else. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at pages 35 through 37. These are things that we haven't been doing for a while. So when Do is A and F sharp is La, or La is F sharp, we have our tonic arpeggio and a tonic dominant tonic melodic cadence, and then we also have the A major scale. So what I'd like for you to do is just look at these pages, see how much of this you can figure out independently. We've done all of these things in a variety of other keyalities or with other tonics. So I'd like for you to do these yourself. What I will do is give you some advice for singing the tonic arpeggio, and then I'll tell you of all of these things over on the side, which one I would like for you to do today. So starting with the A major tonic arpeggio, we've been singing when we start out a short version and a long version, the short version just being the triad, the long version going up to the next octave. So for my voice, where my voice is sitting right now, I could sing this up an octave or down an octave, on a high place or a low place. So if I'm singing this up, it would sound like this. Do, mi, so, mi, do. In which case, I'm only going to sing that short version. I can also sing it down an octave. Do, mi, so, mi, do. If I sing there, I'll also sing my long version. Do, mi, so, mi, do. Depending on where this sits in your voice, you may be singing just the short version or the short and the long version. If you can't find a place that's really comfortable, try to sing in a higher register, a higher octave. And if it's really, really not working, then you can move it down a note or two. Try singing it in G or try singing it in F. But I imagine that if you can sing a G arpeggio or an F arpeggio, you can probably sing an A arpeggio, unless you're a gentleman in the middle of a voice change, in which you may not be able to sing much of anything, and that is totally okay. I would like for you today to do separated and connected and sing the syllables for the arpeggio. For the A major melodic cadence, do right hand and left hand. Go ahead and do those things now. Looking over at the next page for the A major scale, what I'd like for you to do is play the scale with one finger. Notice the keyboard look and feel of the A major scale. Learn the thumb crossings. This should be a pretty familiar scale fingering. And then play it in each hand. Go ahead and do those things. And then for harmonic minor, or for minor tonality, when La is F sharp, we're going to look at this one. For me, I probably would sing the short version of this. La, do, mi, do, la. I could sing that higher note as well. It's getting into a fairly high register, so I would probably do just a short version unless this is really comfortable in your voice to go for a long version. So that's an idea there. Go ahead and do separated and connected and sing syllables if you can, and each hand for the melodic cadence. Here you go. So that's the bulk of our new stuff in this unit. If you look over at the left side of the first page for Unit 11, page 34, number 1 is what we just did. Learn to play the A major scale, tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence, and tonic arpeggio. Learn the F sharp minor, tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence, and tonic arpeggio. So that's all we're doing for keyboard geography and technique today. We're going to leave this for next time and leave numbers 2 and 3 for next time as well. So now we're looking at the exploration, creativity, improvisation. Remember last unit when we finished book 2 and we said, yay, we're done with book 2. It's so wonderful. And I said, but don't lose it because we're going to need it. We need book 2 already. So if you needed a proof that you're going to need book 2, we need it today, because we're going to transpose Russian Folk Song 1. And if you don't remember how to play Russian Folk Song 1, it's in book 2 on page 34. So go ahead and grab your book 2 if you need to. I will play Russian Folk Song 1 for you. This is in duple meter, minor tonality. La is E. Melody starts on La. This is a 5-finger melody, so it needs your E minor pentascale. So the melody sounds like this. Do, de, do, here I go. And again. We're also going to accompany this with single tone tonic and dominant changes. So La for tonic, Mi for dominant, and I'll show you what that sounds like. Do, de, do, here I go. And again. So if you don't remember this, go ahead and play just the melody with me. Pause and practice this if you need to. And then play the melody while I play both parts. Do, de, do, play with me. Again. Remember at the very beginning we're hearing La, Do, and then Ti, Re. Those tonal patterns. And then let's go ahead and play just the tonic and dominant changes while I play both parts again. Do, day, do, play with me. And again. Go ahead and play both parts together if you've not done so already. So now, change the tonality and meter. So we're going to start by changing this to major tonality. Play this in E major. So you can play your tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence in E major. You can also play springtime 1. You could play springtime 2. You could play your arpeggios. Do, so, do. You could do your tonic, subdominant, dominant tonic arpeggios. Do, fa, so, do. So do something that gets yourself in E major. And let's go ahead and play this in E major with both parts. Notice that tonic and dominant are going to stay the same, just for our roots. Do, day, do, play with me. So pleasant. If you didn't play with me just now, go ahead and pause and play that by yourself. You could also play that in a different major key. So you could play it in C major or G major. You can pick another one as well. So go ahead and play this in a major key if you didn't play it with me just now. And then we're going to put this in a new meter. So we're going to play this in triple meter. So we're now back to E minor. Do, da, dee, do, here I go. Something like that. So go ahead and play this in triple meter. You can play it like that or a different way to put it in triple meter. So every day when you play Russian Folk Song 1, oh, we missed something. It also said transpose Russian Folk Song 1. Whoops, missed that. So let's pick another minor tonic. So we're going to play, I'm going to play in C sharp minor. So, do, day, do, here I go. I missed that. So go ahead and transpose this to at least one other minor key. So every day when you play, try to find a different minor key to transpose it to. When you change the tonality, you could put it in a different major key each day. You could even, if you played it in C sharp minor, try finding C sharp major. It's okay. Or if you played it in C sharp minor, you can play it in the relative major, which is E major, which is actually where we played it today. You could play it in D minor and then in F major. You could do something like that. And then try putting either your original minor, not just in E minor, but if you transposed it to D minor, you could put that in triple meter, or you could put the major version in triple meter, which will give you another sound. So see how much you can do with changing the tonality and meter each day until you get to your next unit. That's it for the exploration, creativity, improvisation, except that we're going to do one other project in my book. So this one is also a change meter project. we're going to sing French Lullaby, which is also in book 2. So this is on page 48. I'm going to turn over there. There we go. So the original French lullaby is in duple. Go ahead and move in duple meter. Bum, 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 listen please. Ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. So let's move to in triple. Do-da-dee-do, move with me. Go ahead and sing with me this time. Sing with me. Now we're going to look at some review, which is the last thing we're going to be doing in this unit. So today we're going to review units 10 and 11 in book 3. So for unit 10, we had 2 songs that we did last time, and we didn't start out with a whole lot of stuff for these. Oh no, we did. I'm thinking. This is the problem with prepping multiple units at a time, is that I get ahead of myself and then I forget where we actually are. So for Cuckoo, let's look at that one first. That's on page 32. Go ahead and play this with me. If you can, go ahead and play hands together. Do-da-dee-do, ready, play. So today, what I'd like for you to do is play this in 2 new keyalities. So go ahead and do that now. Let me know if you had any trouble with that. We'll look at that at the group class check-in. And then we're looking at Girls and Boys Come Out to Play. Remember, every time we do this song, we're playing it in 2 keyalities or 2 tonics, with 2 tonics. So our do becomes our new so. So let's play it in the original key, G major. Do-da-dee-do, play with me. C major. And if that was too fast to transition to the new key, that's all right. You can take your time. Go ahead and put a pause between those 2. That is totally fine. So today, we're going to put this in 2 new keyalities, or with 2 new tonics. And remember that each time you put it in a new one, you get 2 for 1. So if we put this in F major, for example, then we're going to do our so becomes do, do becomes so, other way around. Then we'll also end up playing it in B flat. So let's start. I'll give you a couple of recommendations of places where you can start that include keys that we've already played in. So one is, you can start in E major. The one that we're working on today, is your new one. So why don't you try playing this with your first key being E major, which means you're going to play it in E major and then in A major. Go ahead and play that. And then we could do C major to F major. We've done both of those before. We could also do A major to D major. So you could start in A. There we go, it's T. So, do becomes so, mi, do. So you could do that. Start in A major and go to D major. You could also start in C major and go to F major. So go ahead and try either one of those. Either start in A major or start in C major. You could also start, here's a third choice. Too many choices. You could also start in D major and see where you end up. So that gives you 3 choices now. Now I'll recap. Start in D or A or C. If you want this week, you can also do some kind of transposition chain. So you could start in E major. Do becomes so, mi, do. Now we're in A major. A becomes so, mi, do. This is going to get really low in the keyboard unless I move up. Moving up now. So D major. Do becomes so, mi, do. Now we're in our original G major. You can go from there to C major. From there to F. And that's without playing in any key that we have not already studied. So if you start at E major, you can make it all the way down your chain to F major before you have to play in anything new. So something you could try if you wanted to. All right, so 2 new keyalities for girls and boys come out to play. We're also going to review the triads in 3 positions. So we were working on these root position with our 3 different syllable sets. Do, mi, so, do, mi. And then also fa, la, do, fa, la. And so, ti, re, so, ti. So continue to practice those starting on different notes so that you're getting really comfortable with those in both hands, both the 3 different versions of the triads and also the 3 different versions of the syllables. So go ahead and practice that. Continue this week. Take some time now to do some of those. Then back in Unit 9, we just have one thing that we're looking at. So in Unit 9, we're just looking at Love Somebody. So go ahead and play this with me, and then I'll tell you what I want you to try. Both the accompaniment and the melody. So do, mi, so. We're in C major. Accompaniment starts on mi. Melody starts on do. Do, day, do. Play with me. So I'd like for you to put that in a new tonality and a new meter. See if you can do that yourself. Sounds kind of spooky in minor. It's interesting. I'm always amazed. I say this every time. You get tired of hearing me say how much it changes the song to play it in a different tonality. Which brings us to the end of our unit. This is it. So here are your assignments for Unit 11A. Assignment number 1. We're reviewing in the pattern CD, so I'd like for you to listen to tracks 23 through 25, so that's 3 tracks, and also your audio track 22. That's it, the Volga Boatman, which we're going to work on next time. So pattern CD tracks 23 through 25 and audio track 22. Number 2 are pages 35 through 37 in this book. That's when Do is A and La is F sharp, so pages 35 through 37. Assignment 3, the improv activity over here, number 1, transposing Russian folk song 1. Assignment 4, review units 9 through 10 in this book. And then assignment 5, we're finishing up our rocking project on page 64. And we're going to do project 5. Select a keyality, find the starting tone, and play the song. Next, transpose the song. And if you're having any trouble with any of that, absolutely let me know. We can extend that longer if we need to, but I'm guessing within these couple of weeks you can do that. All right, thank you very much for joining me for Music Moves for Piano, Book 3, Unit 11A. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.